Alright, let's start that up again. That being the recording. And while I think. So, start with the basics. Even though I wasn't intending on. I just park these out here somewhere. So it's like, this is green science, I think. Yep, green science. So it is quite literally... Oh. Quite literally a crap blueprint is what that is. Yeah, so we got this here. I'll get rid of that and that. Hey, reach. Three. So right about there. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That way you have the 8 wagons in and the 8 wagons out. And that will be the science for... So it's 112, that's about right. Seed list? I did, yes. I was just going through it before when I got back. It's interesting to have a second launch 30 minutes after the one. What the combination? Oh, the combination is just to say which material goes where. So yeah, that's green science. That's actually pretty minor. As I say, I don't know where exactly it's going to be. Oh, okay, it does reach. It's just going to be along here somewhere, and then you're just going to have all 8 packs, or 7 packs, sorry, 8, laid across. Like so. Next step is come up here, find the train hole, grab 2 trains, another 21 in here, which is mildly convenient. Grab 4. Grab 3. 4 more of them. This one, I'm going to grab train fuel as well, because I'm just going to park these out here. 3, 5, 6, 7. Cram a few out here too. 8, 9, 10. And hopefully that'll be most of the science trains needed. Right, let's go over to here and deal with the train with no locos. What I'm thinking I'll do currently is have a 4-way sequencer on each of the entries for the different packs. Wonder if just randomly, complete tangent from my train of thought. I just have 1, 2, 3, 4 reds, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and it reaches up and across. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, though. That way the sequencer doesn't need to run all the way across the length of that, not that it matters. But yeah, what I'll do is go open up 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, as each train cycles through. Goal being to have 4... at least 4 of every train. That's, each train holds 8 minutes worth of... 8 minutes? Yeah, each wagon, a full wagon is 1 minute of production, so 8 minutes of production. So that's a bit over, what is that, 32 minutes of production across 4 trains. I'll probably spend most of the time loading, realistically, because it's also 8 minutes of... it's also 8 minutes of, production at the other end. It's not just... like the train has to gather it somehow. Only now that I realise I don't actually have enough, I don't have fuel for the train. Request a fuel? I could do that, or I could just do that. Send it off to starter where I know it will get fuel. I mean, it's not like it's going to run out anytime soon. That's... Oh yeah, because I had it attached to a PAX train originally. What are you? Ew. There goes the stone. That is true. Worst case scenario, I could have just used trees as well. I was actually considering that, and then I was like, oh, just steal it from the PAX train. I mean, I haven't seen an empty fuel icon yet, so it's probably fine. So now they see landfill. Oh, there was stone in the storage here. The auto deconstruct, when it deconstructs one of the mining drills, it deconstructs the chest as well. And when it does that, the stone gets ferried off into storage in the storage chest over here. Ooh, hello, train. That was a close one. Ah, it doesn't fit, damn it. Fine. It's a little bit nicer. A little bit neater. It's not perfect by any means. Oh wait, these can actually just sit anywhere. They don't actually depend on a... put that in the wrong spot too. There. I still want to do a proper landfill site. Yeah, there. That one tile gap here is so annoying. Actually, that's the best way to go. There, you have a one tile overlap. You could do another one there. Then it should be even. So there. There we go. Entirely too much time has been spent on that. Why the tile gap? It's got to be one tile of overlap because the train stop is an odd number of lengths long. Because there's one tile gap between wagons. There's what? There's 48 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's better if you have an odd number of wagon, it's an even gap. Then it's fine. Interesting quirk. By quirk I mean nuisance. Now. Do we want some happy freedom time? Or shall we just fill in the lake? Continue summoning the spiders. To deal with the biters that are in the biter island. You should clear that fine. You are going to come here. Time to landfill the lake before labs. Yeah, so I want to clear out this entire area. Although I could use that space there. I might not clear all of it. I'll do some of it. It's probably better I work backwards, really. Also, realistically, apart from rocket fuel, which is still on the way, once I do these... Oh, and steel. I need steel running. I technically have enough to actually run the base. Just not at full speed. Well, in that case, let's run you up there. In fact, run you there. I want to incorporate that line, the lab line, into the network first. Charge them for staying with their lives. I mean, I would like to, but at the same time, biter islands are kind of bad for UPS, so I can't keep them. I may end up just deleting biters with console commands. I realise this is also off-grid. I'll do something about that. You missed it? Pretty much said murder them. Oh, yeah. I didn't I didn't read the subtext there. Subtext was missed. It's just a little bit too off. And I don't need that. That's there anyway. I'm gonna leave that track there for now. Find a solution for that later. Okay. Or, yeah, we'll get rid of this. That is now going to be part of this corner. Should clip in. It's almost a shame that the corner doesn't clip in properly. Almost. If only I'd have designed it so that there was some extra overlap. If only. If only. Next step, I've got to keep it continuing down spots. Four, 6, 8, 9. Conveniently, I have these trains here to do the work for me. Reset trees on fire. Oh, they naturally reset to a state once they finish being on fire. I mean, it's not an irreversible state. Thanks, train. Remember how no circuit condition makes a train stop a waypoint and the train doesn't actually have to stop at it? Yeah, that's a thing. So it needs to go to about there. Cut it there. Actually, better yet, where's... there it is. I guess it gets to be a little bit longer than it needs to. Yes, that's the last one. I can't do the diagonal. I think people say G-force when talking about gravity and a lot then. Yeah. Is that a punny pun you did just then? G-force on those corners. Oh. Killing me. Obvious pun is obvious. I think that might be a better solution. So I'll have it branch at the very beginning. That you did. Oh, network error. That's not very nice. There, the pun, your pun managed to break the player. See, a different chair. It's probably almost time I replaced it. This chair isn't that old, but it's probably time I replaced it. It's really not that good. You know it's not a good sign when one of the welds snaps when you're assembling it. Blame Soren. I can do that. He's been playing Factorio lately, hasn't he? There we go. Too many? No, it's one too few. There. One thing I'm definitely not going to want over here is control wires getting in the way of everything. How about I use that thing? Most of the tree clearing is done for me. It's great. Now, the little stop loop. Actually, I'll pull it further back. That. He knows how to break games. There was an MC pack saying he could not break. Next update, so I'm breaking. What are the chances of that happening? Aha! Yeah, no wires out to here. That needs to move, then that joins up with, so then T intersection across, I think. Eagle coming in with that follow. It doesn't bode well for my science builds though. Pop a radar there. That won't get power. The next step is you 3, 4, 5, 7 signals for controlling the trains coming in. Okay. Then we're going to wire them all together. Like that. The red, they'd go in order, more or less. Get ready for your head to get drilled again. 1. Greater than 0. What do we want? We need to read the signal. Need to read the signal. I might read it, no. Read it when it's yellow. One. I make this one red. It's equal to 0. This would be a similar story, only that'll be green. This would be 2. Like this one would be comparatively peaking. This one would be equal to 1. 1. So on and so on. Will that be enough? So what I need... You had survived? It was more than one, so yeah, you would have survived. This is my... I need to do combinator position. Same spot? Almost. There we go. There, and then... There. That. Or just reaches. Okay. Would like to get power into this too at some point. There. Alright, I need counter. Next thing I need is a counter. I might park it here. Or here. Probably now I'm gonna need to actually plug the wires in. Oh, pre-roll's already off. That's sad. Only just turned them off. Pre-rolls are on, we only just turned them off. What I mean to say. Apparently I built a lot of this. $55k? Says the compulsive gambler. I just do it incrementally so I don't lose all my boss placing items they can't place. Let's hope I can do this, well, the batteries run out. I mean, I'm committed now, I've got to deconstruct the whole lot. That might help with the chair situation. I have no track. I can almost loop them round, and I can queue them up. Give them a few orders, that sort of thing. This track comes out, down, then up, then through again. I think that'll work. It'll be a bit of a mess, admittedly. This track could probably benefit from going out further. It's one of those things where the track, I'm going to figure out where it goes once I actually get it. Get all that flowing again. Okay, that's actually annoying now. Just no notch in between the two. So one. Like that. That should cycle through. Had a fun time trying to clip a polygon past a viewport. Clip a polygon past a viewport? For that, however, we're gonna need this. Nope, wrong way round. That. Gonna go into both of those. Then you're both gonna output. Oh, view box. I'm an idiot. So what I want to do is turn any continuous signal into a pulse. Instead of just a straight signal. So, one. Here. DJD. Come on over that follow. In fact, I'm just gonna steal one of these wagons just to test it. Let's also add some visualization. One, two, three. Now, try and go... Never mind. I'll make it that red. Still 0. Hmm. Does it need... Hmm. It's coming through on the same tick. So it's spamming like crazy like that. Let's filter you first. Yeah, it's rave time now. The new Disco Labs. And the one thing that's immediately obvious is that should be 4 as well, not 3. Or less than or equal to 3. Either or. I'm great with inequalities, as you can tell. You're doing that, you're... Why didn't that just pulse? Minus 1.1k? Ski Man! I'm in as well. Okay. One. One again. And a Hopewell Subversary.
Subiversary.
Or a Subiversary, if you were to do it in Finnish. Hey, Hopewell, thank you very much for that sub. Throwing down your September sub like that. I think I'm missing something. Something important. I'm not sure what it is. Well, that didn't work. Something went very wrong there. None of those came up as emotes. One. What's it supposed to do? So, every time one of these sends a signal out, it should be turned into a pulse, which is remembered by this. It increments this by 1. I might... Theory that I have... So we'll switch it to there. Theory that I have is... The minus is subtracting itself. Or better yet, how about I do that? And not have it feed through. Yeah. And... Oop. Okay. Yeah, so that's because it's there, and then it'll stop. So I'm now disabling a counter. Each greater than 0 output each. Seems legit. And in the end, you will gain at the end of this combinator. You will be educated on combinators. There. Be able to say you graduated from Combinator University. Right, how about that? I think I need this to stop a negative going through. That's my theory. Yeah, so now it's incrementing every time this sees a train. Like that. And that should wrap back around like that. So now we have a sequencer for sending train down each one. Combo Community College. You got your diploma a while ago. Oh, nice. Wonder if I should call... if I make a combinator tutorial, I wonder if I should call it that. Instead we want it on yellow, and we want to close it on red equals 0. 1, 2, green on 0, 3 is blue on 0. Then military. 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 4. 5 is purple. 6 is yellow. And 7 is white. Should be 2, 3, 4 red. So the 2, 3, 4 is down here. So this is just for the first one, and then this is the second, and then the third, and the fourth down here. So, plug that in, plug that in. So now I'm going to change all these to 1. And in doing so... Oh wait, they're not yellow. Yeah, now we have to change each one of these to 1s. I'm doing a lot of it within the internal logic and not using combinators. This is like the minimum combinator exercise. I actually also need to output it onto the wire. By some means. Yeah, there's no... Oh, I can do it with a constant combinator. That. Like that. Yeah, I need a way to output it though. So that's our pulsar. Then I need to push these signals out. They only listen to 1s. Damn it, too many control Zs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Starting to get late, so I'm gonna head to bed. Have a nice dream. Alright, have a good one, username. Have a good rest. Where's the limit? There. Like that. There. Let's move our thingy to here. Probably the last thing I'm going to want to do is that. Better still. How far out can this go? There. Just spread it out a little bit more, just to make it a little bit more apparent what's going on. I'm just trying to make it a little bit clearer. Come across to there. Hopefully this makes it clearer. The last piece. One. No, they can be these. All I need to do is transmute the signal. New Zelda games. 1 plus 0 output. Pack. Like that. And green. Blue. Military. Action. Yellow. Base. I didn't copy and paste the wires. There we go. It's probably possible to use one combinator to store all of the memories. I'm not quite sure of one off the top of my head though. So I'll leave it. So I'm gonna move that again. Because I can't help myself. God damn it. Stop me from being so indecisive. Yeah. I mean, this thing will pick up all of them, but it's not the end of the world. This is how one-off incidents occur. Alright. Do I still have you? That? No. Ah, we have one more problem to deal with. We need to change all these. Five, five. Yeah, I was planning on doing labs or science. Apparently ends up doing mega combinators instead. Three, two. But it's super simple and it should be pretty understandable what's going on. Go. One. There's two. 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 Really shortly doing school projects instead of what I set out to do? Not at all. Two. Two. I mean, at the end of the day, I sort of set out to work backwards. Or at the beginning, I set out to start with labs and work backwards, and this is backwards from labs. Okay. Let's reset all those. Let's move down to here. One. Set off. These lights can color the same color. That is a good point. It's a good point. That can happen. Can make that happen. There. Nicer way of doing it. Don't think so. It occurs to me that go. Green. Blue. That I guess. Weeple. Recommended for fun mods and mod packs. The grey color doesn't actually output grey. Factorio 2 is a good total conversion if you want to go full on total conversion. If you want to like go very light on, or unless something's changed, the grey doesn't do anything. Like as far as I'm aware, grey does nothing. That can also, in theory, be anything. That's a weird one. Really weird one. This one can be anything. Can't. Has to be 7. Alright, let's see. As I say, as far as I'm aware, that see, white, yellow, black makes it black, white makes it exactly the same shade of white. Yeah, they don't actually apply colors. It's been that way since you've been able to wire lights. A lot of manual labor involved in this, unfortunately. This is where you should use ABC instead of 1, 2, 3. It's an outrage, you say. Anyway, so they're all preset to 0. Said 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I did. Did indeed. Alright, so you're at 0. When I plug this in, it should go... Or did I turn it off? I turned it off. So it's 0, that one's off. Signal goes yellow. Switch to there. These are inverted too. Damn it. But yeah, that one's open, this one's closed, open, open. Next step. Open, open, closed, closed, apparently. I thought I did these. Oh, I set them to 2, didn't I? I set them to 2 instead of 3 before. I'm sure, because I'm not really paying attention to chat, I'm sure someone probably pointed that out. If not, why not? Spellmaster's fault, surely. Raining. And that goes off. And back around to the first one. So what should actually happen is that should be... Oh god dang it. Not equal to. So good that we have a not equal now. A lot of this wasn't possible originally without a not equal to. I mentioned it and missed it? Yeah, I thought I missed it. Equal. Equal. Not 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 equal. They're not equal, not equal. Not equal. It'd be nice to copy and paste them, but I can't. Not sequel. Not sequel. Not sequel. equal. Equal. Blip, blip, blip. Now it's just becoming nonsensical noises. Possibly my descent into clicking madness. Yeah, so it's at 0. That one's open. That one opened. 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 So now I have a sequencer for all of the science packs. Not in NoSQL. So yeah, we can now sequence through each one. Can do it with green science as well. In theory, I should see green cycle. Like that. Also red's not showing red. There we go. Got a lazy way of testing it too. Well, maybe. Uh... Hey-oh! Duck cheese coming in with that follow. There we go. Prepare skull for the great drumming. You see the chain signals too. Ooh, we got a party now. Uh, 5. This is why I'm testing it to get everything right. That's 6. There we go. Now they're all staggered. Just to be extra annoying. So red's good, green's good, cyan's good, military was good, and then I just undid it. Now it's good. Yellow, yellow, yellow. That one's missing one. There we go. Six. 6. I think that's, apart from the bottom row, that's everything, isn't it? 7. Colors. 7, use colors. There we go. You should see them all sequencing. Brain can move that fast to do that fast switch. There you go. One sequencer for controlling trains coming in. Turn that off. I mean, it'd be nice to reset to flat, but oh well. 2, 4, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. You're Brazilian. You love Factorio. But in Brazilian lives, there is no Factorio. I do not speak English very well. You did a pretty good, really good job there. But here to say, see game. Let's go now. Right. Have a good one. Thank you for that. Glad you appreciate. I appreciate you. Just break and replace. I could do that. I could just pick it up like that. It legitimately doesn't matter. Yeah, there's some aggressively intense combinator action there. Okay, and hold. Better English than what I can achieve sometimes. Yeah, it's true, I've read your English. Alright, where's... Green. Green greater than 0. Three. Bonk. 4. Right, this one. That does not help me in the slightest. Give me blue, circuit condition. Blue greater than 0. Away with ye. So they'll just loop around. Yeah, to watch the sequencer in action. Green's up to 4. Green's reset. And that one's reset. The reds approach. One of them stuck there though. Best thing is how hard non-English people try their best to learn a language, and there are statistics bad at it. It's terrible, isn't it? Try your best. There's people that they're non-English speakers that try their best, and then we're just like blah, 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 blah. Circuit, grader, military, go. 2. 3 and 4. Purple. Get greater. Oop. And I before E except after C. Yeah, nothing actually follows that rule. I've always heard that rule, but never learnt it in school, interestingly. Was never taught that one in school. Probably because, yes, that rule is broken all the time. It's more of a... I don't know what it is, really. It's just a thing. What do we need? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 8. I just remembered I had the pasting thing ready to go. Can send the train on its way. The U. Circuit, U, grader, that. 8, you're actually complete. Be careful though, don't send a train which is missing some wagons or something. Ain't that a sight to behold? These lab trains. Yeah, give some vision on it so we can show it off in future streams because everyone's going to ask about it inevitably. Yeah, we can even encapsulate it in some nice wall. Foreigners. It's funny how English people confuse the there and there. That shouldn't be a thing. That's not a difficult one to confuse. What do we got? I before E unless you leisurely deceive 8 overweight hairs to forfeit their sovereign. Can't see. That was a mouthful. Wheel proofing the circuits? I have a feeling that Will's going to want this at some point. I should have also flipped it. Maybe flipped it. So it goes the other way. Because it's currently right to left instead of left to right. Tell you what. No, I won't touch it until it's done. And then I'll maybe move those again, put them in there, and then I can get rid of that space. Or budge it back across. So, God damn it. I need to stop leaving. I need to leave these things alone. Just fix them in your head. Oh yeah, I'm too lazy to type apostrophes half the time. Collecting wagons. How many do you need? 40. I mean, have you got 31? Ah, no wonder it's struggling on request. It's low. That's another way to slow down the make everything is to divide all the recipes by like 2 or by 4 or something because it slows down the requests. One of these says what it's up to. D's good. That D's good. There it goes. This is the tentative upgrade. Will not, won't, what? Yeah, this is the upgraded thingy which does everything in one. I think I showed this off previously. It's a lot more. It actually does read the content of the train correctly, and it does actually stop filling and requesting when it's reached as many as it needs, whatever it needs. Something I'm unsure about is whether or not it should dump things when it's done. That way, it could potentially maintain a request. The old. Oh dear. The old of. I mean, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. Yep, so I only have 5 left. Four left. Now this one. It's the special treatment. Yeah, but it also gets that. Way with ye. I mean, it's already carrying 8,000 packs. Probably would have been easier if I copied the entire train and just pasted it back down again. Use you, radar. Just looked at this landfill train and thought, oh, was a train stuck? No, it's fine. Right, that's our lab trains ready to roll. Oh, that's interesting. Military's still there. Not that it really matters. It didn't get the second pulse. Ah. I might need to add a special exception. That way, if like all the trains are lined up, it just resets it. Like a forced reset. Anyway. Skittles. It's a bunch of labs. Oh yeah, well, it's only, it looks, it's actually not too many labs for what it is, but it's still 8,000 science worth of labs. So we've got our lab trains ready to go. So now we need to do the thing I'm procrastinating on down here, is just the actual science part itself. Okie day. And what I was aiming for out here. It does beg the question, where will I put silos? World gen settings, it's a rail world with richness turned down a notch. I think starting area turned up slightly. Yeah, see, the copper's floating because it deconstructed, yeah, there. Spot's floating because it deconstructed a storage chest. Just deconstructed the chest and there's no storage to put the stuff in. Yeah, even with its richness turned down, it didn't really do much. Oh, right. Ah, dear. All the construction bots are in use. Oh, it'll fix itself up if the train ever shows up again. Probably won't anytime soon because nothing's running. Because there's no need for anything to run. Uh-oh. All flashing again. How dare you flash? Oh, we've used up all, have we? What? Or did it just happen to overrun? Might have just been a big spurt. I might need like a intermediate chest or something, so that way you can output or even just add more of these so we can output a full line. How much are we doing? 7.6. So, if I want silos here, they're still alive? They are. They need to stop being alive. They need to be life impaired, don't they? I'm tempted to do separate low density as well. I might. I mean, as I say, I'm tempted. Doesn't necessarily mean I will. I'm happy with this position at least. Then you have like science loading like this. Then we mine all the fishies like so. Problem is I need to I would like to build reds and all that first, but I need to know what all the others look like. And I don't want to do them all right now. That's the battle we're having. Oh, let's push through. Right, what does Factorio Lab say? Factorio Lab says I need 375 machines to make 5,785 control units. That's a lot of control units. That's a lot of control units. So looking at this thing. 8 versus 30, 1.4. I say it was 5,000, so 900. So it's craft speed 5.5. It's like 288 or something. No, not 288. Actually, the thing's right there. 357? That's not right. 5.7. It's about like that. 180, whatever. Probably need separate build. Probably, yeah. I think you're right. I think it's going to need like a whole rocket factory. Seems fine for 8.8. That's... Ah! That's why. Dear. That's why there's a discrepancy. It's 2 per craft. Five seven, and that's 5785. 7.2, I think. Yeah, so it's 17 16s. which takes in, well, it takes in one of each, or 5 of each, really. So it's 17? Okay, yeah, it's fine. I can feed each of them whole builds of each circuit. The production? Production? I mean, I bumped it to full beacon. It's still 30 seconds. No, we're on control units. This is me thinking about the thingies that do the stuff. So it'd be 17 16s. What's the alternative? It would be 30. Yeah, 34 eights. Which is I know I'm spitballing that, but it's sort of giving an idea of how the circuits that's going to be needed. I mean, the blue circuit coming in's easy, it's nothing. The red and greens to make the speed modules, on the other hand, could be a problem. Although they run at a one, it's 2 to 1, 2 speed modules to 1 because they're 15 seconds, so that might be okay. Maybe. Problem is it's 20 over. And 34 is pretty chonkin. Kind of prefer the 17. 17? Does it say? Oh, right, because it's boop, boop, boop. There it is. 17 16s. Which would be, so what I was thinking was there. Have a chest. Feed modules. Um, 14, I guess. And you were just beacon the ever-loving tits out of it. Like that. Okay. Unfortunately, well, that's... This might be too tight for it. That's speed modules. Then it's got to get circuits in somehow. And then this is going to get circuits in, its own circuits in somehow for the processing units. Suppose given the 2 to 1, it could do that. That could work. Oh, no. It'd have to be like that. And then if I wanted to feed it up, do you reach? You do. Just somehow. Yeah, that actually works. Then this can output. Aww. Blah, 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 blah. Say 30. And less than 30. I'll set it to whatever circuit. I'll do it now. Right, that has to be red. This one has to be green then. Green. That's the other side. There. Then the pattern repeats. Does that come across? No. It did not. Did not come across. Alternative is output like so. Does it need power? That is true. I am gonna struggle to make it powered. Oh, it might just be. No, that inserter doesn't get power. Same thing though. It's gonna struggle to get powered. So that needs to come from one wagon. Just gotta make sure it passes the wagon test too. There. Blues, reds, greens, greens. Middle gap of beacons. If I spread these out, I gotta get 3 tiles somehow. Annoyingly, that doesn't even... Oh, it does fit. It does fit. Trouble is, it's got to go after that, it's got to go 16 wide. Like, so this is 1 out of 16. And it's got to go 17 up. I mean, hilariously, it almost powers. Impole fitting. Oh, you're right. Yeah, like in there. Oh, it does fit. It does do it. That one there. One there. One there. Oops. That's kinda pointless. Needs to be left. So that means it needs to be 2 like that. And then these beacons don't get powered. That can be done by externally. If I had power down here, that would be very convenient, wouldn't it? If only. It's like I should send some track out or something. Push that up a notch, maybe 2. Because I'm going to need some space. So, mirror the belts left and right. Need to do that. Oh, it's still you. Whose idea was it to create down the whoop whoops? Some idiot. I mean, it could be worse. It could be Colonel Will building a million of these in the far, far whoop whoops. In the very distant whoop whoops. Because that's how he rolls and all. Um, Well, really, long term, that'll probably join up to there and go straight up instead of that lerp-a-derp. There we go. He has the power. It's not worth travelling for the. It's not worth doing. You know all about Colonel Will's various outposts, all being one further apart than the other. So what was it? Mirroring? Mirror the belts for the left, right, rocket control units. Yeah. I see what you mean. I share what you mean. Oh. Oh, yeah. I was confused there for a moment. And that comes down into there. Okay. Why? How now? Oh, you were getting powered from that before. Oh wait, I've gone the wrong way, haven't I? I was meant to do that. This side, wasn't I? Like that. You still don't receive power, but it's improvement. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Now to fix the inputs again. There's the control units going out. And that should be a repeatable build. That only has to be, what was it, 17 long? Going to fix inputs? Oh, you're right. Yeah, that would be embarrassing. Power on the bottom? Yeah, I was just sort of leaving those off. Because they would be there. There, there, and there. There we go, that should be it. This is after 17 long. Should oil if I got rid of those. Two, 3, 4, 5. 6. 7. 8. That's half of it. I think I will have to move it over there. Oh dear. I need cliff explosives too. That's why I was thinking I might need all that space. Now I definitely know for sure I need all that space. Good thing I made this track a little bit closer. That means probably the end of it will be there as well. So it'll be like here. This is the end of it. And then this is the second half of it. Can't wait to see it landfilled. It might be one of those 5 minutes later type things. Because there's going to be a lot of landfill. If that. It's just so ridiculous. So now it needs to be 17 tall. Yeah, this is for 8 rockets a minute, effectively. 8.1 rockets a minute. It's a lot. Oh yeah, the power pole is just going to be a disaster. Oh, that's where the rest of the bots are. They're fighting the good battle between the cliffs. Right, this train's definitely gonna want to get a bit closer. Oh, can't. Mind? Well, if I build the unload, I could get it closer. I'm gonna have to return to starter. Oop, almost. Something I can do here is, because this is all done, I can turn that off, keep that on, turn that off, and turn that off. In fact, I'll go as far as to clear them. There. And that will now just dispose of everything. So, because we don't need to bring anything here anymore, so we just dump it all. Zero set works as simple as not having the squares over them? Yes, it is. So, you look here. These are geared towards being separate. I just linked them temporarily. Hey, Wikimedia, how am I today? I'm doing pretty good. Nice and awake for a change. So, when this is completely done, I'll pull these up. These row reports up that are here, linking them together. An example of one that's already separated is over at the oil base here. As you can see, there's a one tile gap between this network, which has the supply train, and the individual build. So each one of these is its own network. If I zoom in, you can actually see the green over here. More like coffee time, of course. Yeah, and each one has 5 or 6 construction bots and 300 logistic. To get the train fuel in, I have a little network bridge here. This one brings rocket fuel, nuclear fuel in for trains. This one takes away anything that doesn't belong. Yeah, if you want to get things like train fuel in, you need a bridge like this. You just need to request and then insert. And then it's just the same repeated all the way down. See, 305, 305, 305, 5, same bridge, bridge, the bridge, the bridge, 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 and then it gets down to the last one, which is still connected because I haven't finished. The shows, of course. I'm all over it. I've done these things. I've done them enough. The bot sandwich network things. Alrighty, go back. And I'll straighten this out. That might need to either go down further or it's probably fine. Might rotate that. I know I'm sort of killing it a bit here. Killing the dream. There. Just want to make a bit, but just bring it a little bit closer together. Doesn't have to be so bunched up. Right, again, with not what I would call an ideal intersection, but works. There. Yeah, and that just gets rid of that run over the top. Then we have something that can be considered a build that's approaching its final form. If I can ever budge through here. Stupid trees, get out of my way. I did bring the Spidertrons, yes. I couldn't remember to summon the spiders. I know I got them part way. That up. Right, that should connect the network up. TF2. Somewhat of a future me problem, this. Getting rid of all this track. I might save that for one of those next minute type things. Just miraculously disappear in between sessions, like usual. Ah, my bots are slowly returning. Alright, landfill. Let's do it. Keep in mind, I still need to do low density structures as well. Like, that's just one. Give me your goodies. So many fish here. So many fishies. Also, me stamping it down part way has kinda killed identifying where... I guess that's 8 there. Never mind. Like, that's 8. And this would be the 16. If I could manage to line it up there. Yeah, that's the width of this thing. Or bots. Yeah, that's the width of of control units. I still need to do, actually, behind that I still need to do satellite. Maybe I will just have a silo peninsula here. And how tall? It's just all of the tall. Just yes. We're gonna blow stuff up. Just blow up an entire valley. So that's 1 out of, what did I say it was? 17 tall? Yeah, 17 tall. Silo in the lake. Silo will probably end up about there. And silo, when I say silo, it's like 16 or 20 silos. It's actually a lot of silos. It's also a lot of fish. The fishies. Love that I rescue the fish. I'm staying true to the original meme. I'm sticking to it. Been saving fish since the 12k Megabase. Yeah, see, I was years ahead of everyone on the Spidertron front. Because that was back in early version 16, that was. That's, I think that was beginning of 2018 I started that map. Annoyingly, the trains are really long distance away. At least, it's enough to make me impatient. What I'll do is I'll lay down probably down to there, and then I'll move on to more builds. Using trash slots as extra storage. See? Will Fix Planes was right. They are just extra storage slots. He was onto it. Hours ahead. They were onto it hours ahead of when I actually did it. There's my game. See? I need a bigger landfill train. Either that or just more landfill trains. Just pours the stone into the ocean. Four trains that are bigger. I mean, you could do both. You could just do more trains and bigger trains. Both are good. Both are perfectly acceptable. I'm gonna need a supply system for this too. It's kind of funny how you get like a 5 fish per fish you mine now. So it actually equates to a lot of fish. Like a lot of fish. Don't run out, don't run out, don't run out. Oh, it's close to running out. Alright. Alright. What I say was that was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 out of 17. Let's do the landfill. Sorta. It's generally you can do it quicker than the bots can. The bots aren't amazing at it. Like if you queue up a lot of landfill, the bots will be at it for hours. I think there was one case where a seeding calculator would take like 98 years for the boss to actually finish landfilling. They have their limits. I probably should slot, in between the 8 I should slot some roboports too. It was a long time. It's because the construction queue was just so long. It had, I think, like 250,000 items on it. There you go. And room to left over. Haven't done enough speed. At least I have done some speed. Quadruple the... it scales up to a point is what happens. The bots eventually, like, once the construction queue reaches a certain point, this thing, it stops being effective. Get out of here. Okay, so that's control units. As I was saying, like I don't know how I'm actually going to build it because there's I need to get the boss to build it. I think I just murdered a fish. And another fish. Man down! We lost a fish. Need boss to make more bots. Thank you, what would I save? Yeah. Low density, I think we'll just go down there, out the way, or somewhere out the way. I didn't particularly want to do a separate build for that too. Like with everything else. I want to try and keep them somewhat contained, but it's just going to be easier logistically. I say down there, and probably by the time I'm done here, I'm going to be over here. By the time they are, yeah. They're in the fringes. Oh wow, pollution's died right down. Except for where the landfill's being produced, ironically. Pollution cloud used to be massive. It's because the base hasn't done anything in so long. Well, tell you what, we'll get these out of the way. Yeah, this is a rail world map, so buyers are on, but no expansion or anything like that. Although I normally turn expansion off anyway. I mean, before you could turn off expansion, we use victory poles to stop them expanding, which so you might as well just cut out the victory pole part and just turn them off. Right, that should be... Oh, there's a little puddle of water there. There we go. Let's clean that up. Almost cleaned up. Yeah. That's why I don't like having the big... this thing. Shrink it down a little bit. If it's too big, then you inevitably miss patches. Trouble is, I shrink it down to something where that won't happen, and everyone will complain saying, "Oh, you can make it bigger." Yeah, I know. Yeah, Mr. Streamer, you can make it bigger. Giggity. Missed tons of spots. I say tons, it's only 2. Right there. 1. There. You'd never spot that at a glance. Ooh, she burned you good with that one. What's that place? The lonely wooden box. The place the fear of unholy retribution. If anybody that dared to come near it again. And then it turned out stacking 2 walls in neighbouring chunks. So where's a boundary there? You just stack a wall like this. I think it was like that. And then that would be enough to, like the wall like that, would be enough to stop biters coming through, expanding through behind it. 1 wall wasn't enough, and you had to get an active chunk behind it, an expansion chunk behind it, but 2 was enough to delete it, that and in front of it. We had all the tricks. I suppose at least with the victory polls, you had to actively, at least, like, you had to actively do the area denial. Whereas here, you do it once and then that's it. But at the same time, it's just it's just busy work. You don't have to do. Oh, it's a bush. Okay. So the thing I wanted to know was how far do you reach? 1, 2, you know what? Probably gonna regret it. Because I'm gonna make it even wider. In fact, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go backwards. Output, output, and output. What I'll do is I'll have it expand down one or two rows at a time, depending on how many this covers. Probably 2. 2, judging by the looks of everything. Ah, username, you're back. Oh, that reaches. Trouble getting to sleep, so I had to continue watching. Now. Oh, wait. Still needed those. I probably should have either copied that or copied it. How's the iron copper steel arrays going? They're slowly getting built. I'm gonna need to do the same thing actually with the bots. I'm gonna need to move the roboports to get the steel built. The steel is just, it's gonna struggle. This is a, this one is the belt build for the rocket control units. Just a few. Just a few, to name a few. You got a space in you. There, 10. Go. This poor train's getting its work cut out for it now. That's linked up. At some point I need to plug in the steel smelter too. That's like the only raw material that isn't being supplied at the minute. Even if it's just one, it means means it's done. Arguably, that one's probably more important. What's power up to? Good question. 7.7. Dang damn it. Making my head hurt. Now have an ME that changes number of crafters based on the load. Ooh, nice. So, yeah, I need to get rid of all of these. At least for now. I actually also need to set the requests as well. Ew. Damn it. I actually do need to set all these too. Control units. Keep. That'll do. Quests. Yes. Bump that to 400. Bump that to 400. 400. Please. That's probably pretty comprehensive. I think. Yeah. Bump that as well. This is actually running a third wire. Yeah, that was the bit that I could never quite work out. Should have normal chests. I thought I saw them. Yeah, normal chest. It's not on, but they're there. Not on. One downside to this train is it tends to run constantly. Tends to run fuel constantly, just non-stop. What's the time? It's 12:30. I think, well, I think that's a good juncture to leave it here. Actually, you know what else is missing? Very important. Gotta have the cliff explosives. Yeah, I think that's a good point to save. Oh, we explored all that. Yeah, it's a good point to pause there. We've finished the rocket control units. We know generally the silo is going to be around this area, and then we're probably going to have high-tech here, and then production, and then work our way across. Anyway, separate train fuel runs. You could have a dedicated fuel train that does it. Maybe just quickly. I can show a way of dealing with that problem. So, one last thing before we wrap up is I'll do it at the oil base. I'll fix it at the oil base. Hello, train. There. Here we go. Because the oil base pulls it pretty consistently. Modern division. Issue client, the mass request, quantity going out to the crafters. You can use that to mix a second signal on top. Ah. Interesting. I have an idea in mind. I don't know if it'll work. We'll see. I did it with a nuclear. We did it with the uranium fuel cells. These things. How much iron is in there? It's down to 4K. It's slowly burning through it. Oh, that's true. Yeah, I had to think about it there for a moment. I was like, how would mod help it? Yeah, every time you do a mod of the total requests, and then you can send out a signal to say how many times, how many multiples of that factor are being sent out. That's actually pretty elegant. I like that idea. It took me a moment to think about why. Well, it took me a moment. It probably helps that mod is actually a thing now. When I made it, mod wasn't a thing. So many fish. So what I'm thinking is we have a requester. Tell you what, because I don't have a buffer, I'll do requester. Then iron. Then a provider. In squirter. Can be powered, so I'll move it. Pop it there. Nope, still not powered. Where is their power? Here's power. Thanks on pole. Extermination to read as the mixed signals are a pain. Yeah, it would be. Clamp, say 100, you multiply your second signal by 101. Hmm. Got that wrong way round. So I'm reading the contents, and then switching the inserter. So you're going to request 10. C10. We're not going to insert it yet. $30. You hold 30. Fuel greater than, say, 28. 1 of fuel. Huh? Multiply. I'm an idiot. There we go. So I had to read. So when this fills up with 30, Enable when that's greater than, when that's equal to 0. Okay, that needs to be a buffer chest. Okay, that's now seeing 59. And it's also got this still here to request, but this is, well, it's not going to put in anyway. In fact, I think that, yeah, I think both of those need to be buffer chests for this to work. And this can't request from buffer chests. Both buffer chests? The idea is you have this hidden stash here. How many's in the net? 14, and I think it wants to try and maintain 20. 50. Make that 40, make it a little bit smaller. Yeah, this thing, so it just fills up this chest and then it won't let more, won't try and pull more into the network until it's run down. Something like that is what I'm thinking. I might need to think about it a little bit further. Basically, I need a trigger on it. A high-low, or Schmidt trigger really is what it's called. A hysteresis trigger on it. Yes, you could call it. Why are you complaining? Oh, it's just doing that thing again. Anyway, I think that's enough for today anyway.